Well, hello everybody out there in VW Life Land. Gary here with the one, the only Double Nuts, Dave.
That'd be me.
Double Nuts.
Gary.
Welcome to Texas Double Nuts.
Thank you.
For the 6th time in 1 year.
Yeah, that's all.
The governor just called,
Yeah.
and he says you are now a resident and you have to pay property tax.
Oh, it sounded great until you're a resident.
Yeah,
Kind of went sideways, but
so sorry.
but it's worth it. It's so much fun.
So we're welcoming Double Nuts here at TJKHQ. Jake's behind the camera filming us today. Thank you, Jake.
Hey, Jake.
So we just got back from the El Camino Real de la Tejas VW road trip.
That was epic
It was epic. It was 1,100 miles.
and memorable.
That too. 1,100 miles, and you have driven plus 2,000 from California. So it's time to adjust the valves.
That's right. On Glitter Bomb 3.
And Glitter Bomb 3.
3.
And time for me to adjust the valves on Jerry the Bus is 1776 Moro number 2.
Yeah.
MR2. MR2. Haha, MR2. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're not racing. We're not racing because no, that's how mistakes happen. But well, a lot of times folks are always asking, "Hey, can you do how-tos?"
Yes.
So
Everybody wants to learn.
we're gonna do valve adjust,
Good.
and then after the valve adjust, are you doing anything else besides you can check dwell?
Timing.
Okay.
In that order.
I'll do, and I'm gonna actually, while I'm sitting here, start draining the oil too, because I'm gonna do oil change
All right.
as
Your
well.
oil's cold though.
Yeah, it drains
Ooh.
quicker that way.
Oh.
It's all on the bottom. There's a theory there.
Okay.
It's,
As opposed to the thinner viscosity of warm oil, but
Yeah.
still up in all the crevices
Right.
and so on.
yeah.
All right.
So it's 6 of one. It's what we call 6 of one, half a dozen of the
Yeah.
other. There you go. So stay with us today here on VW Live as we do a valve adjust and kind of like never put your horses away wet.
That's right. That's
it.
a great theme. Woohoo!
There you
Let's
go.
do it.
I have a horse noise. I can't do horse noises.
Road hard, put up wet. We
Oh,
don't do
yeah,
that. We don't do that.
We don't do that here. We ride them hard, but.
All right, Double Nut, what are you starting with?
Well, I'm starting with Glitter Bomb 3.0, which is the name of this engine. First step one, we need to know we're at top dead center for cylinder number 1. This geeky guy labels things, as you may have heard. So, get our little ratchet.
What are you running here? 1600 dual port?
1600 dual port with an Engel 90 cam, so it's kind of a mild, performance cam. And then I've got my pulley marked. I actually know my top dead center because I built this engine, so I actually marked this pulley so I know exactly where TDC is. Yeah, so now we're at number 1. Next step, grab yourself a paper towel because we're gonna get greasy. Grab this thing because I need my 6/1000ths.
Let's show everybody how long your feeler gauge is
Yeah,
here.
because size matters. Yeah, most of them are like the little hinged ones that are kind of a pain in the butt, and this one just gives you a lot of control. It's really nice.
There you go.
I like it. I like it. This came from an old man, Al, who used to work on Volkswagens in Redding, California. So thank you, Al. As an homage to you, I'm using this. I think about you every time I use it because you're cool and you're a great ambassador to the VW community. I like to use this to pull off the bail. So, and yeah, I got my labels. There we go. So that was easy. Usually, I get this little towel on top of the J tube, but thankfully it's not leaking too much.
Need to check your oil.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. If that's not leaking, it must be low. Thankfully,
Wow, look at this job here, keeping it away from your heater. Look at that.
somebody may
Damn.
have tidied it up a little bit because it was looking kind of like it was done in a hurry on a certain trip.
Man, I'm just proud.
Should we let people know that that work was done by Jake? And,
No, because that's a liability.
Oh, okay. But there is a video that I think people should watch that came from that trip. Wouldn't you say, Gary?
Yeah, check it out.
What video would that be?
Big Ben bust bag.
Yeah, that was epic. All right, so now I'll get my little feeler. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is my cylinder 1. And let me just check. Do I hear it? I can feel it. I get a little bit of lash there. Oh, I'm not sure I got, this one's tight. So now I have swivel foot adjusters So they got a little flat ball bearing in there, and it's really tricky to get this in there. But the exhaust, unsurprisingly, is tight, and the intake is it's kind of hard with these swivel foots, but they're worth it. Oh, it's in, and that feels good. Now, Jake, I have a question, Mr. Cameraman. Have you ever heard about, and I can't see it on camera, but see the push rod? Have you ever heard about adjust it and then see if the push rod
Can move.
turns? Most
Yeah.
people do that for chrome moly push rods, but with these aluminum ones, that's kind of a good way to double nuts double check.
Double nuts, double check.
Yeah, so you get it adjusted, and if that moves too freely, it's a little bit on the loose side. If it doesn't move at all, even though the feeler feels okay, it's a little tight. So that one, I'm good with that one, but I got to loosen up my exhaust. So I'll grab my 13 millimeter. All right, I'll get that third down. I ain't got a screwdriver in there yet. I like to use a little bit longer 13 millimeter so I get some leverage.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I like to just back that bugger right off. So,
Plenty of room to play with.
well, also with this these swivel foot rockers, they're just a bummer to get this feeler in there. So now I got it in there, and I just tighten it down by hand.
So double nut, people here are probably watching and they're probably wondering why you're running J tubes, not a heater. What's
Well,
why is that on the Crust Bus?
Couple reasons. One is I got a diesel heater.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a great reason.
And the heater boxes I had were rusted through, like where the header part meets the head, so where the flange meets the head. So it's like in a pinch, I thought, screw it, I'll just go without the heater boxes. And you know what?
It's a lot
It doesn't suck.
more room down here.
Yeah, I don't have that big bulky mass there. And it just would have been more work to try to. This bus was in a boneyard in Blake's Small Car Salvage in Erie, Colorado, and it was resurrected from that. And so a lot of stuff was missing. It was picked over and probably not treated right. And I'm trying to treat it right, give it some love. Well, it feels pretty good there, Jake. What kind of tension do you like? Like, how would you describe the feel? when
I
it's
want it to go in, but with resistance.
We are talking about adjusting valves, right?
Of course.
All right, just making sure. Yeah, this feels good. I'm also turning the push rod, and it feels good. All right, that's number one, and we just repeat the process. But now, what order do we do this in, Jake?
You go in firing order, don't you?
Well, you could if you like to.
1, 4, 3, 2.
I like to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's easy for me. So, but doing it 1, 2, 3, 4. It's real complicated. You just have to reverse the rotation sequence, and now I'm just going backwards, and now 2, 3, 4, and I can just stay on this side for now. And that's something
That's a
It's an
double nut
advanced-
double trick.
double trick. You gotta look out for me. I'm all about tricks. So it's just kind of lather, rinse, repeat at this point, folks. So.
All right, let's go check in with the old man.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks comfy.
Yeah, I'm working hard for a living. Well, I'm changing the oil first, so the oil's starting to drain. All right, so we're gonna pull off the cap. So I always want to look around in there.
Make sure that piece is
Yeah, make
has
sure there are no
spring action. You want to make
pieces-
sure it's still springy.
Yeah, there's like the button still there. This cap looks like it might need a little. I'm gonna change the plug wires today too. It's not terrible. Yeah,
The order, okay?
I think I'm gonna do. Yeah. Should I? Yeah. And so, ooh, it's dusty. I want to make sure when I turn my, and I'm at TDC here. Okay. So this is a double nutter.
Double notcher.
Double notch. Yeah. So that's 7.5 with the 205K. Is a 7.5 degrees. That's my timing mark here. So when you get a triple notch, Volkswagen had a lot of different pulleys, so you got to be really careful. This is a critical part of setting this up. So you need to identify what pulley you have first and foremost so you can find top dead center. Okay? On a triple notch, 1, 2, 3 notch pulley, 1, 2, 3 notches. This is top dead center. That is 7.5 degrees, and that's 10 degrees, and they're just different. Like everything else, they're very different. The pulleys out there, so you got to be really cognizant of what you're working with on that. Then I'm looking over here, and I want to make sure, and my little notch is barely visible right there in your distributor. I need to get a Sharpie and tighten that back up. That's pointing at 1, so I'm at TDC, and I verified that I'm at number 1. So that I can go over here to number 1 cylinder and adjust the valves on that. Does that make sense? So I'm feeling pretty good there. While the oil's draining too, we'll just let the oil drain. It's nice and cool. So we're on an incline here too, though, but it should drain it pretty good. So Jerry has a lot of accoutrement over here. Kind of a little bit out of the way too.
And everybody has and a hitch. So everybody has their own way of getting undoing the valve cover. I use a red shop rag, wrap it around the bail, and usually pull it down.
But you ain't got no triceps, Lieutenant Dan.
I don't. Not on this side. Cover up any, it's going to have a little bit of leakage, but the reason you want to do this when it's cold, it's most all the oil will be, obviously you want the tolerances, but also it's good because you won't have a bunch of oil up in there. So you just check. You always look. I'm going to make sure that these clips are in place. This little wave washers are not floating around down here in the bottom. Oh, yeah. Huh. Ask me how we know.
Yes.
Right?
In there.
Yep. And so this is 1, the front of the motor. Intake. Is yours snug? I'm definitely snug. Intake's good. Look at that. Intake is good. I thought it was too snug, but intake is very good. Exhaust, a little tight.
Hey, Gary.
I mean, just a smidge tight.
Why does exhaust tend to get tight?
Heat?
Yeah. What else is physically happening?
I don't know. What do you think?
Well,
What's your theory?
there are two. One, someone told me, and I'm not sure it's actually true, but these things are being hammered shut, right? The springs are pulling the valve against the valve seat hard, and they say the valve stem actually stretches a little tiny bit.
Yeah.
Not sure that's true. Maybe it is under heat and repetition, but also the valve seats tend to get hammered in slightly over time as they wear.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's probably more likely.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Just a thought.
Maybe.
But it's not magic.
I think it's a part of the heat.
Yeah.
The heat coming back and forth.
That's a big part.
You know, just general going through the process of the heat.
Millions of openings and closings.
Yeah, literally millions. Literally.
Yep. I figured.
You see that's way too wavy gravy there. There's all kinds of different ideas. I mean, some people put it there and kind of pinch it in so it holds. You're a little guy and just kind of finger it, tight it a little bit so it's got a little bit of resistance. A piece de resistance.
And what do you set it at?
006. It's weird that I think it's easier to do the 3 and 4 than this side. I think.
Maybe you will, Gary.
So y'all are both in the middle of this. What are some classic mistakes people make?
Not adjusting their valves at all, ever.
I think the number one thing is they'll sit there and adjust the whole side and not spin the motor 180 opposite.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the number one
Yeah,
mistake.
you'd really loosen one up a lot.
Well, yeah, it'll run really bad.
Yeah.
That's probably the number one thing I think the mistake people make. What do you think?
Well, it's good to I like to spin the engine again and check the gap again, because I don't know what your experience is, but I've sometimes noticed it felt looser maybe after I spin it, or a little just different. So that'd be a suggestion. And just make sure you've torqued down those lockdown nuts.
All right, number one is done. So we're gonna go counterclockwise here. Okay. So spinning the motor the opposite direction to get to number two. Because that's right there, see? We're gonna go jump this way. Whoop! I kept looking, hoping we'd go through a town whose population was 1432. Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, I need that.
Wait, what's that?
Yeah. And there's our mark for that I've 180'd from the other TDC, and it looks like I need to probably remark that, don't I? So it's easy to see. So don't be afraid to put marks on your Volkswagen, whatever you need. It's not
As
gonna
long
hurt.
as your shirt's the right spot.
Yeah, that's, well, yeah, you want to do that, but. Okay. And you can double check. Here's two from where we were, right? Over here. See where that's now? It's pointing towards two, and that would be two going over to two. I should have a black marker, but I got it silver right now. All right, let's go under. Let's see. I mean, what do you think?
Like I said, I like it to be able to go in, but with resistance.
There's resistance there, but it's hard to say.
So my number 3 needed no adjustment. Why is that a surprise?
Yeah, that is very surprising. Well, my number 2 is good, both sides.
There you go.
But for the viewing public, why would it be a surprise that number 3 needed?
Well, because of all the heat. Number 3 that always captures, right? So, these gaskets still quite pliable. I don't see the need to, I'm just going to wipe the residue off, but it looks like it's, I mean, since I adjust, and it's still quite pliable, so I think I'm going to use that gasket, don't you think?
That looks good, but something occurred to me. What if I replace my gasket? What should I do to make sure the gasket is properly installed? What kind of anything different than just the gasket I use to prep it and everything?
Well, I put a little bit of Permatex aviation cement, but I'll only put it on the valve cover side. I don't put it on the head side. And just because it's easier to scrape off of this than the head.
What about the guys that like to use silicone? That's a big hard no.
I say no silicone ever.
Have you ever used gasket cinch?
Yeah, that's pretty much what aviation is.
Gasket cinch actually gets kind of rubbery and slippery, and I've had my valve
Slip off?
cover gasket slip in.
Ooh.
Actually, the bottom one did. That's what happened when I was going to.
That's right.
I was going to Iran, Texas, and I lost
Yeah.
my oil pressure went down,
Yeah.
but I still had plenty of oil. But it was coming out of this part
was
slipped up
leaking.
because the gasket cinch didn't hold it. So the
Yeah.
aviation, the Permatex,
The Permatex aviation.
Yeah.
I really like
yeah,
that.
that worked good.
So yeah, we're just checking
What
in.
about the guys that put grease on it? Some
So
guys put grease
I
on
do
it.
put usually grease
Do you?
this. Yeah, on the first initial.
You know what? This is now getting like religion. I like them dry.
Yeah, I don't
Totally
but I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this. There's no cracks. I'll look under here. I'll run Jerry, and if it looks like it's leaking, but there's no reason to change every time.
No, I've done it. I've kept them on for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so this is the part we were talking about earlier where people goof up, right? They forget to spin it around. So now we're going to go TDC so we can get to number 3. So watch this spin anti-clockwise for you British. So there's the rotor going back. Oh, it's good compression. Oops.
Just loosen your
A
nut.
loose nut behind the wheel. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's definitely loose. Uh-oh.
Need a flathead.
Yeah, there's one here somewhere.
Fathead.
That's funny.
This is what you call VW life right here.
This is the living the VW life.
Number 3.
That's. I need to adjust that too. All right, here we come. We're coming. We're coming. Number 2.
3.
3. I'm sorry, 3. Yeah, not too bad. All right, see now where we're pointing here to 3, and I don't know how that fits in there, but that's okay. That's just something for another day. Okie dokie, hokey smokies.
Now, Gary,
Yeah, man.
what if somebody didn't adjust their valves and they kept driving and the valves likely got tight, right?
Yeah.
What happens if they kept driving?
What would
Like they never checked and they just kept driving. Like what actually happens? What's the actual failure?
Well, I would assume your head starts cavitating and you're gonna.
Well, do the like if the valves are tight, are they closing really well?
No. So you're gonna start running poorly.
Yeah.
First and foremost, that's your first thing to sign.
And you ever heard of like valves getting burnt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's catastrophic failure right there, my friends.
Yeah.
Just ask my dad.
Oh god.
It is 55. He destroyed the engine in his 55.
What you doing now, Pops?
Well, like I said, we adjusted the valves, so I feel good about that. And so we're gonna change the oil, and we need to go back to check out our fuel filter situation, and I'm gonna put new plug wires on here too. So we're kind of going through the whole schmo today as part of a kind of a preventive maintenance post big trip. You know, it's been a while. Try to change the oil every 3,000 miles or so on this. I mean, I do drive Jerry around town a lot, so. All right, Double Nuts is
That's a good word.
checking. What are you checking on?
I thought I'd
Points.
do my dwell and then my timer.
Yep.
Why do we do the dwell first?
We do the dwell first because that's what sets the timing.
Oh.
So we're over here and I'm changing the oil. I added oil now, and you can see just normal residue. It's always good to clean that up a little bit. You know, that way if you're rolling down the road, you can actually see a leak. You can kind of bear witness to where it's coming from as soon as you can. So keep your stuff clean, or as clean as you can. I mean, you know, we didn't go down too many dirt roads, so we're not too dirty this time. You know, here's the $1 million question: what oil does everybody run? And I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what I run, and that's it, and leave it at that. I run straight Castrol 30 weight, and then I add in zinc ZDDP. There you go, Hyper Lube, and I put in a half a jar of this for every time. ZDDP Rizlone. There you go. Okay. Rizlone zinc additive supplement, not an additive, supplement.
Over here we have changing of spark plug cables.
Yeah, I'm just not. It's all aftermarket stuff now. I mean, it's just the quality that we get now is just hideous. It just doesn't last.
And setting up dwell so it doesn't get electrocuted once he gets his bus run.
The dwell is right at 50.
That's good.
Well, okay, so was the range supposed to be like 44 to 50, right?
I thought it was 48 to 52.
48 to 52. All right, so we're right spot in the middle. So now here's a question. Considering the way points wear, what would be the better side to err on? The 48 degree or the 52 degree?
I say 50, and you just check regularly to keep it at 50.
Oh, okay. So, but what if you're on a long trip? You don't have to check it all the time.
Check it every time you turn it off.
That's a lot of work. I should get a dwell meter on my tack, on my gauge, on my dashboard. Just constantly have the
Constantly
dwell,
your dwell.
vacuum, head temp, oil
That's a good
pressure,
one.
oil
I bet Greg has that.
altitude. Yeah, probably. Good old Greg. Yeah, so it's spot in the middle then. Yeah, I thought it was 44 to 50, but it's 48 to 52, huh?
That's what I run.
All right, good. Well, if you do it, it must be right. Awesome. Well, I won't mess with it, but it did look like it was a little bit, the gap was a little bit narrow. But the dwell's measuring right, so I'm gonna go with that. Cool.
Hello, boys. Double crush bus, valves adjusted.
Yes.
What else?
Check. Dwell set.
Dwell set.
Check at 50 degrees.
And
Timing.
Timing. Yeah.
Set.
28 and a half
Okay.
minute full advance.
So you're good.
I am
And you
good.
did-
And I have oil in my oil bath, air cleaner.
Fresh oil, that oil bath.
Yeah.
Jerry the bus,
Jerry the bus, oil.
oil.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Oil bath air cleaner.
Oil bath air cleaner.
New plug wires. Those were easy to put on.
Oh yeah, they were simple. Thank you, Bosch. I'd like to take this moment to say, Bosch is #1 in my book.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's that finger mean?
Wow.
And then
Yeah, if you only knew
number
what was
one.
going on behind the camera right now.
he also checked his valves.
Yeah, adjust the valves too. So and blew it out with a blower.
Oh,
That's right.
And
Chicks
I
and
have
blow dry.
I have a. I also need to put on my new seat covers.
oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Moving
I
up
got
in
some new
life.
seat covers for Jerry. So yeah. So we need to
We're
go
doing the
now.
old ones.
I feel like I'm underdressed.
From yeah.
The car.
But we are now going to accomplish lunch.
Where at?
Cobble Bob's.
Yeah, perfect choice.
Yes. So, thank y'all for joining us today on this episode of VW Life, where we actually did something.
That's right.
We actually got stuff done. Make sure you tell your aunts and tell your uncles and tell everybody you know about VW Life. Like and subscribe. Look, you guys want content where we're working on stuff? Guess what?
We worked on stuff.
Today we worked on stuff. Until next time, adios, muchachos.
That's not what he said.
Goodbye. Outfielder's saying so long, farewell. The crush bus says goodbye. We gone.